It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. It is Tuesday. It is February. Just had a full moon recently. Kind of felt like something going on, and we're in February now. And as I look out my window, there's snow coming down. Maybe I can share that with you. Actually, why not? Why not? Let's see if I can pan around. I don't know if you can see it, but you got some snow. You probably can't see it, but it looks like a complete whitewash. But yeah, we got some amazing snow here. And if you have snow, you know what? Throw some photos in here. Throw some photos. Let's see why not have some fun? The snow kind of beautifies everything. But today, I'm going to show you my little desk trinket. It's an hourglass, of course. Have you ever owned one of these? I know you've seen them. And you watch the sand kind of trickle through. And the question is it too late for you? That's the theme here today. I want you to check in with yourself first. Check in with you. Whatever this moment is bringing you right now, just dial in. If you're going to stick with this video, stick with this video. If you have something else to do, then go do that. Make a decision, though. Don't be in between. A lot of times we spill our seconds throughout the day, never really creating a focused block of time on something. And then we go, where did the day go? So if you clicked on here, make a point to get something before you leave. Okay, are you fair with that? Say, yes, I'm going to get something here. And if you get something, type it in. And also, if you're dealing with the snow, I wish I could show you. Maybe I can do it later here. But if the snow is coming down, it's like a winter wonderland. It beautifies everything. So as you look at this, you see the sand is just trickling through. And every time I look at this, it's interesting. When I acquired this, the reason why I acquired this is to hold myself in check with all the stimulation with technology. I knew I needed to have a focused block of time. So I put this here on my desk and I can see it. It's visual. And I know the sand is going through it. And it stimulates me to focus on what's most important. But as I look at it, it also reminds me that the clock is ticking for all of us. And you may say, my goodness, is it too late for me? Is it too late for me to do the things that I want to do, to live the life that I want to live? And I want to say it's not too late for you. It is not too late for you. I'm about to set up an interview in the upcoming weeks. This is very exciting. Is it Tony Robbins? Nah. I'm not going to interview Tony Robbins. Is it Les Brown? Nah, I'm not going to interview Les Brown. Is it Jack Canfield? Nope, I'm not going to interview Jack Canfield either. Well, then who am I going to interview? Is it, I don't know, who's another best-selling author? Is it Jordan Peterson? Is it Gary Vee? Who am I going to interview? None of the above. You know who I'm going to interview? A man who is 95 years young. Through a good friend of mine, I made this connection. I'm going to be making this connection with this gentleman. He's 95 years young. He lives a few miles away. Why am I sharing this? Because he goes up 16 flights of stairs to his apartment building. He walks up the steps at 95, and he creates these beautiful baskets. If you saw them, you would be like, wow. He has like 10 grandchildren. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you right now is because, is it too late for you? See, some of you might be in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and you're thinking that it's too late. You might even be in your 70s, and you're thinking it's too late. I can't do the things I once did. I can't do what I want to do. Some of that may be true in terms of you can't make the NBA in your 70s. At least not anything that we've seen so far. Maybe you can't be an astronaut in your 70s or your 60s. But what can you do with this one precious gift of life? What can you do? You. I'm talking to you. What can you do? And as I look at this, I want to encourage you to discover those things. I want to tell you that you can do it. I believe it, and every cell in my body believes it, that it's possible for you. Too many times we get caught up in the narrative of external world, and we get caught up in the narrative. Hello, Tony. Let me say hello to everyone. Jenna, Tony, Alex. And if you just joined, first of all, I want to see your photo of where you are. Give me a photo if it's snow or something. I would love for you to share that. And I'm going to give you a gift here by the end of this. I wish I could say, hey, if you type in this, I'm going to give you this gift. But I can't give you this gift. But I'm going to give you something more valuable. How about that? I want to give you something more valuable because you may be saying it's too late for me. You may have gone through the full moon recently and you're like, you felt, and for those of you that don't even believe in that, maybe you felt like, wow, something's off. You just felt, and I know for me, I felt like, what's going on? You could make the NBA. Hold on. You could make the NBA if you bought the team. Ooh, now we're thinking. You see what I mean? You're thinking out of the box. Out the box. That's where you are. You're out of the box. So you may not be able to make the NBA, but you may be able to buy the friggin' team and say, boom, this is my team. But I want to give you a gift before the end of this. But think about your story. What is the narrative in your head? My narrative was, you're too short, you come from a broken home, your forehead's too big, you'll never do it, you've never done it before, you stink, you're no good, you failed, you've been like, get rid of all that. Get rid of all that self-talk. It's no good. And it's about creating a different narrative. While many of us are just entrenched in the narrative of world news, and by the way, stay informed, but how many of you agree that many of us have gone into the narrative so deep, we're like watching every move and we're looking at this and we're watching this. It's like for some of us, it's like watching a bad movie, right? For others, you're hopeful. You're like, this is something great and new that's going to happen. But it's safe to say it remains to be seen, right? In terms of the external narrative. The other narrative that's playing could be the voice in your head that has defined you to be this way. And a lot of times, as I work with people and learn more about people, I've learned that narrative is not even their own. It's a narrative that came from somewhere else based on what people have told them throughout their life. They've taken that information, they've filtered it, they've formed the narrative. This is who I am. And as I continue to do this work, people always break the norm. There's people that will realize and discover that there's something beyond the narrative that I've been telling myself of what's possible. And I want that to be true for you. So that's a little word of encouragement. I want to encourage you today. I want you to say hello, check in with me. First of all, say, hey, say holla. Let me know where you're listening in from. If you got a nice photo from somewhere where you are, please share it. You know, a picture's worth 1,000 words. And the picture probably the photo could have more impact than even my words. And that's why I share the visual of this. And you see it, it's filling up. It's filling up. And you can see that. And if you look at that, and like I said, you look at an hourglass, it sounds like simple, watching an hourglass go through the sand go through the hourglass, but it is powerful because it speaks to me. It says time is ticking. It for me, it says legacy. It says, what are you doing with your time? It may be that for you, maybe not. Let me turn the corner here and then come in for a close here. So I want to give you an update. I want to give you an update on what's happening because there's lots of exciting things happening. I want to give you an opportunity to stay connected with this. And I want to give you the gift, but I'm not going to wait for the gift. I'm going to give that to you right now. We extended the 9 questions, which is 9 questions to identify and remove limiting beliefs. Why? Because I give what I live, and I lived in the narrative of what I couldn't do most of my life. Most of the narrative in my head was everything that I couldn't do, all the things I couldn't achieve, and it played out in my mind over and over again, and oftentimes like a broken record. And a lot of times not fully aware that it was playing because it was like in the background. It's like, imagine you are in a hotel and you're sitting and there's this ambient music in the background. You know it's there, but you're kind of not dialed into it. You're looking around and focusing on everything. For me, most of my time, Philly's in the house, there was that ambient play of can't do it. You can't do that. You're not there yet. You'll never be there. Whatever. That was the narrative in my mind. So it made sense for me to dial into this work of that other people have limitations that they're aware of and some they're not aware of. Last year, I traveled the United States, 34-day cross-country road trip, and I recorded one video a day over 11 days, and I covered these questions, 9 questions to identify and remove limiting beliefs. For me, and you've seen the quotes, I've taken the long road, but I'm still going to end up on time. I've taken the long road, and I'm still going to end up on time. How many of you have taken the long road? Not only you're like the long road, I've taken the long road. I've taken the bumpy road. I've taken the hard road. I had to go through ditch. I've had to go through mud. I've had to go through ice and snow. I've taken the long road, but I'm still going to end up on time. And so are you. But there's always a but. What is holding you back? I got a secret for you. If you're not aware of what is holding you back, it will hold you back this year. It will hold you back next year and the year after that. And then maybe 5 years will go by unless you commit to yourself and say, I will discover what is holding me back. What is blocking me? What is preventing me from being my best possible self in the one gift that we call life? The clock is ticking. The sand is flowing through the hourglass. This is the time. This is the year for you to make a decision. I will create my turnaround story. I will rise again. I will give my best to this world. I will get over myself. I will get over what I think other people think about me. What other people think about you is none of your business. Most of the time, it's their business because it's their own projection of what they think you are. I don't see the world as it is. I see the world as I am. I see the world as I am. You are seeing me as you are, not even how I am for most people. The key that unlocks the door of everything that you could ever want is so simple. There are no secrets. The secret is there are no secrets. It's about digging in and understanding yourself. And I'm going to reiterate this. I know this is like 101 stuff. And I always say in my community, I don't care how 101 or basic it is. You may say, I know this stuff, but I check myself and say, hey, I know that. I'm not doing it. I haven't been doing it. So I got to go back and say, what is it that I really know? Because I need to get back to doing it. And that is, and I heard this again through Jack Canfield, because Jack Canfield talks about the whole thing. For 67 days, take radical responsibility. And what does radical responsibility mean? Man, I've gone way deeper than I thought. Is everyone okay? Let me know you're okay today on this Tuesday. Let me know that, hey, I'm okay. I'm good. We're going deep, but let me know you're okay. I got the hourglass. I'll give you a little cowbell. But let me know that you're okay. Listen, check in with you. Let me know that you're good. Because this stuff is it just pours out of me. It's like it just comes through me. So the thing is, studying Jack Canfield, basically 67 days where you take radical responsibility and you basically say, I'm responsible for everything that shows up. I'm responsible for everything. Now somebody go, whoa. You know, you had me up until you said that. You don't know what showed up in my life. You have no idea what I've been through, inspirational guy. Oh, yeah, it's easy for you to get up there and talk about your inspiration, but you don't know what I've been through. I respect that. But just try it. Just try it. Go through your day, whatever is showing up. Say, I accept responsibility for that. And now, I got chills because I know how powerful this is. I really do. This is coming from the heart, and I know how powerful it really is. So take that and get the 9 questions. Don't sit in the dark. Flip the light on. Flip the light on the thing that has been in your crawl, that has been stopping you every single time. Some of it is known. I would trust that there's a belief that's holding you back that you're not fully aware of. How do I know? Because it existed in me. I know I had to dig deep. I was unconscious. Most of it, I was an unconscious individual, not sure what was going on. All I knew is I was 1,000 miles away. And no matter how fast I ran, no matter how much I hustled, no matter how much I poured in, and I was 1,000 miles away. And almost like the faster I went, the further it would get away from me. But when I dialed in and I did the deep work, I discovered something that was behind the curtain. And when I discovered it, it's the whole reason that I'm in front of you right now, able to do this. Because if I had not discovered that thing that was behind the curtain, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be in front of you right now. Wouldn't happen. And no matter where you are on your journey, right, there's going to be a next moment. After this video is over, there's going to be a next moment. After a moment after that, there's going to be a next moment. There's going to be a next moment. There's going to be a series of moments. And one of those moments could be your turning point. Could be this when you say, whoa, I need to make a turning point. And then you're committing your flash point when you burst forth into activity and being. And you say, that's it. It's going to change starting right now, starting with me. I'm taking radical responsibility for my life. And then the bell goes off, and then you're off to the races, and your life will never be the same again. I told you I'm going to interview a man who's 95 years young, not Les Brown. I'm not going to interview Tony Robbins. I'm not going to interview Gary Vee. I'm not going to interview any of those people. I'm going to interview a man that you've never even met or heard of, and he's 95. He has 10 grandchildren. He goes up 16 flights of steps to his apartment. and he makes baskets. His hands are not idle. His hands are busy. You see, what is it that excites you? What is it that makes you happy? Do you like to color? Do you like to color? Do you like to sculpt? Do you like to paint? Do you like to play music? Do you like to dance? Do you like to speak? Do you like to express yourself through dance? Do you like to meditate? Do you like to give people massage? Do you like to make people feel better? Do you like to facilitate? Do you like to run projects? Are you good with technology? Are you a good manager? What makes you excited? What fires you up? I said it earlier, there's two kinds of tired. Tired number one. I love to help others. Thank you. Tired number one. Drained, burned out. I'm doing something that I don't like to do because I have to pay the bills. Burned out. Tired number two. I love what I do. I keep doing it. I get tired, but I still want to keep doing it, and I still want to pour into it. How many of you know what I'm talking about? And you know that there are two different type of tireds. There's the burnout, and I felt both, by the way, and and I know you have too. And then there's that tired where you're like, I can't get enough. Bring me more of this. I am tired, but I'll sleep 3 hours because I want to get up and I want to do it again because I love it. And I just enjoy it so much. What is that tired for you? Think about it. What is that? You're like, I didn't come on here to get tired, to talk about tired, but it just kind of came out. But think about that. If you can be in that thing that you love and you're tired, but you're fulfilled and you still want to do more of it and more of it and more of it. And you're like, I'll do it for free. I don't care. I love it. Bring it on. I want to do more. That's the tired that I'm talking about. That's the tired that it just ignites your spirit. It gives you goosebumps. If you haven't had goosebumps today, get the goosebumps. Gosh, I didn't give you an update. So let me give you an update. Very exciting news. I'm going to be on E360 TV starting on February 12th. I've made a partnership with a couple of the guys that started it. What does that mean for you? It means that I'm going to be interviewing lots of great people, including this gentleman who's 95. I just mentioned. I'm going to be streaming on Apple TV, Amazon, Roku, all the big internet providers. We're going to be streaming live. It's going to be Flashpoint Friday, every Friday at 1 o'clock. So look for that. We have a big summit coming up with our co-authorship. That's going to be in about 30 days. Look for that. We have a live event coming up March 19th, 20th, 21st. Look for that. And for right now, I'm gifting you the 9 questions. I traveled the United States. I put my heart into this. I traveled during a pandemic. Lots of people told me I was crazy. Don't do it. It's not the best time to travel. What's going to happen if somebody pulls you over? You're going to get put in jail because you're traveling. They're going to see your New Jersey tags. They're going to see your car. You're going to see your New Jersey tags, and they're going to say, "What are you doing in this state? You're from New Jersey. It's a pandemic. Come over. We're going to lock you up." I did it anyway. And you know what? It was spectacular. And what I did was I recorded 1 video a day over 11 days. And it was an inspirational video. It was the 9 questions to identify and remove limiting beliefs, because it was my story about, like I just told you, uncovering what was holding me back. And once I uncovered that, it puts me in a position to be in front of you now, having this conversation. Well, not a conversation, but to be able to speak here in front of you now via technology. It was all about uncovering that limiting belief for me. So this was a passionate thing I did for me, to be able to give back and say, here are these 9 questions. You can go through these 9 questions yourself at your own pace. It's 1 video a day, 10 minutes over 11 days. You get an email every day, and you can just listen to it. And I'm in a beautiful destination. And one of the videos was recorded on the brim of the Grand Canyon. And I just welcome you to take that in. I'll put it in here again. It's not too late for you. It is not. I don't care what has been. What has been is not necessarily what has to be. There's things that, you however you got here, you're in this time and space. And there's things that are inherent in you that are not in anyone else. If you can accept that, regardless of your spiritual creation, what you believe, there's things that are unique in you. I believe that's universal, that everybody would agree that your existence in this physical form is unique. Do you agree with me on that concept? If you agree with that, that means that what you can do in this physical realm is unique. And you're the only one that can do it in the way that you can do it. But if you don't do it, no one's ever going to know about it. But here's what I just want to share with you, because this is where people get stuck. You create an expectation in your head about what it's supposed to look like, expectation, and then you become super attached to it. And then meanwhile, everything that you want is out here. And let me just share this with you. It's not going to be as good as you think it is. I'm sorry. I know I'm giving you inspiration. I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's not going to be as good as you think. Isn't that kind of deflating? Well, here you are talking about all this inspiration, and you're telling me it's not going to be as good as I think? No. It's going to be better than you think. Better than you could ever imagine, if you will only step. And what I'm offering you here today is complimentary. It's a step. That's all it is. It's one option. That's it. If you know, I'm going to share this. Because I'm going to bring this to a close, by the way. And by the way, share a photo. If I can't see it if you've shared some, but share a photo of where you are somewhere. If you got something cool, I'd love to see your photos. Photos inspires me. Nature inspires me, as you know. The 9 questions are here. It's complimentary. You can just take that and run with it. Go through it at your own pace. But there's a person out there that's going to hear this. And it's going to be the right time. It's going to be the right time for you to step, to create your turnaround story. If that's you, get the 9 questions. It's my gift, and this is something that's complimentary for now at this point in time. As you know, I'm passionate about this, but I said this earlier because people are cheering me on, by the way, going, "Oh, congratulations, and this is great. You got your book coming out. We got the co-authorship. We got all these exciting things." But you know what? None of that matters. None of that matters unless you come with me. You get what you need. Because it doesn't matter if I take the mountain and I'm by myself, I'll get a nice view and that will be it. But if I take the mountain and there's a whole bunch of people with me, that's the reason why. That's the purpose. It's about you. Take a step, get the 9 questions. God bless. I love you all. It's not too late. It's perfect timing. You may have taken the long road, but you will end up on time. My name's Austin. This is Flashpoint. Your turnaround story starts here. I'll see you on February 12th officially for the launch of the Flashpoint TV show. That's 1 o'clock Eastern every Flashpoint Friday starting on February 12th. I am so excited to bring you some amazing people streaming live. God bless you. I love you. Stay tuned. Now, hold on. How can you say I love you? How can you say I love you when you don't know me? Because there's a part of me that's similar to a part in you. That's number 1. Number 2, if people can hate without knowing, someone, then why can't I love without fully knowing someone? God bless you. I love you. Take action now. Bye for now.